how did you begin your musical career?
Well, I come from a pretty musical family, so kind of I was like born into music, really. I think like my musical career started when I was probably about 15 and realised that if I sung, I could get into the different raves for free because I had a lot of friends that were MCs and they never used to pay. So I was like, I can do that. Like, give me the microphone and I'll sing something. Can I come in your club for free? So that's basically how it happened. You know, I was really into drum and bass. It was kind of music in my household that no one else had yet. You know, like my dad had rock, my mum had folk, my sister had hip hop. I was like, I don't really know. And then I found drum and bass. So it was cool for me to get like involved in it. And I really wanted to do it anywhere I could, which is the whole thing of me singing to get into clubs for free. And it just kind of went from there. It was a bit of a mistake, not really a plan. And then here we are, like a lot of years later.
How do you see the evolution of drum and bass music from the start of your career till now?
There's a lot more women in it, isn't there? It's getting harder for a girl to get a break and that. Nah, it's come so far, but it'd already come so far by the time I'd got into drum and bass. Drum and bass had been around 20 years by the time I got into it. And so now it's like, I mean, it's really, really strong. You know, I'm just in the hotel room, Sigma's on the telly twice over 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we're in Romania, like that's amazing kind of thing. So it's not too dissimilar, because when I got into drum and bass, it was like Ronnie Size Represent, Brown Paper Bag was in the charts, all that kind of stuff. Like General Levy was on like Top of the Pops. I remember watching that, recording it on VHS and just killing it. So it's not changed too much because, you know what I mean, it's again back in the public eye, it's back in the mainstream. I think it's probably more solid, more of an international sound now, with a lot more factions of drum and bass being present in the different countries. You know what I mean? No one's really relying on the UK to feed them stuff anymore. There's a lot of labels, there's a lot of artists that are from outside of the UK that are doing amazing stuff and have been for ages. So yeah, I mean, it's strong as ever.
It's a good thing that drum and bass music is more mainstream.
Yeah, why not? People need to get paid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a great thing. There's a lot of people that, you know, are having success, and like I think the drum and bass community as a whole are really, really happy for them. Do you know what I mean? Like I was saying, it's a musical form that's been around for ages, like for a long, long time, and it's just brilliant that someone can come in and just like put some good music into the UK charts, because there's a lot of crap in there. You know what I mean? So even if it isn't the best drum and bass, it's still better than some One Direction. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd rather Eight Sigma than One Direction any day. Any day. In the future I see. In the future I see. In the future I see.
Over the years, you sang along with great producers and artists. What do you have learned from them?
Always sort business out first. No, seriously. Yeah, business before, but nah. But I think probably the main thing I've learned is don't work with anybody that you wouldn't want to sit in a bar with and defend in a bar fight. These serious things, you know, because music, for me anyway, there's probably jobbing songwriters out there that would disagree, but when I go into a studio and write something with somebody, like, regardless how trite it might sound, like I'm putting a bit of me in there, do you know what I mean? I would hope that I'm working with someone that's putting a bit of them into the music, into the production. So there's like, you know, there's a bit of us in there. So that usually saves anything else from going sour, because we both really appreciate the time and effort we put into it. And any times I've had problems, it's when somebody in that equation wasn't coming from the heart. So I think that's one thing I've learned, is to kind of don't chase the buck and just chase the good music, do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what sticks. And that's what stays, and that's what will keep you, like, yeah, it keeps the passion and keeps the longevity, man. Like, if you're always chasing the next thing, eventually, you just missed it. Because you were chasing the next thing and it happened over here, so, yeah.
Recently, you released a single with Murdoch and the Submatic.
Wow, that's pretty recent, like last week recent, yeah. Well, it's out exclusively in Belgium at the moment, so for all those burgers, they can go and get it. And it's going to come out on Liquidity on like a general release, I think in November. So that's nice because I know Murdoch for a bit, like we do Rampage. I've been doing Rampage with him for a while in Antwerp. And you know, we've been talking about doing a track together for a while because it was through Murdoch that I got introduced to Boris Netsky, and that's how I hooked up with Netsky and did that track with us on his first album. So it was kind of nice just to do a song with Murdoch because we've been saying it. You know, we get drunk backstage and we're like, you know what, it'd be great if we wrote a #1 in Belgium and we could just eat fried chips for the rest of our lives. So that's hopefully, it'll be a #1. We can drink Leffe and eat chips till we pass out. I really hope so. No, but it's nice, you know, because he has a nice stable of young producers that he supports with the nights and obviously with his radio show. So it was kind of cool to go through the different people that maybe would work and finding Submatic, and it all comes together really nice. Yes, I'm really happy with that.
I saw that you have a new project right now, Jenna and the G's. What can you tell us about it?
Jenna and the G's. It's my live band project. I mean, I've been doing this for quite a bit, like singing in clubs and that, and I love it. But I originally started singing with live musicians. I used to do like an improv night in Manchester. It's called Ear to the Ground. We did that for like 4 years, and where I started, and then kind of over the years, like less and less, I play with live bands. And moving back to Manchester in 2009, it was kind of there was one group of people. They weren't called anything then, but they're now known as 8 Gold Rings, and they're working with people like Skittles, and they're working with estate recordings for like strategy and dub physics, etc. And I kind of ended up on a couple of their shows, like singing with the band. And I kept saying to them, oh man, you know, if you ever have any time, like let's get in and let's start recreating some of my like old stuff and just kind of step away from the club stuff and just recreate it so it's more jazz, more soul, a little bit more funk. So the past like 8 months now, we've been rehearsing as much as we can because the band is just, they're formed of a lot of different bands and they're very busy. So we kind of have to get the rehearsals in where we fit in, but it's coming together really nice.
A message to all your Romanian fans.
I also, like, can't speak Romanian, but I love you guys and I love keep coming back here and more good beer for all. Hello, this is Jenna G and you're watching I Think I Like It on UTV.